Welcome back. You're tuned into Times Now, and we're getting you breaking news coming in as far as the Sidhu Moosewala murder is concerned, and an exclusive sneak peek into the gang that is perhaps behind the murder, the cold-blooded one at that, of Sidhu Moosewala, the Punjabi singer and rapper who is going to be laid to rest in just a short while from now. But these images on your screens are of Lawrence Bishnoi and his gang. Remember, Lawrence Bishnoi is currently in Tihar jail. From the jail, he is running this entire gang that is wreaking havoc in Punjab. He is the leader of this entire gang. There are several of his cronies, several of his associates that Times Now has also unmasked for you on this edition. One of them is Sampat Nehra, who is based out of Rajasthan, was arrested by the Rajasthan police. Jaggu Bhagwanpuria is also another one who is a close associate of Lawrence Bishnoi and part of the Bishnoi gang. He is believed to be the richest don of Punjab. The other two that we have also unmasked for you are two people who are also part of this Bishnoi gang. One is Kali Rajput and the other is Raju Basodi. Four of the closest aides of Lawrence Bishnoi, the man who has been in Tihar jail and is running an entire gang from inside the Tihar jail in the national capital. And Bhavtosh, this is the gang, these are the guns for hire that are believed to be behind Moosewala's murder.
Yes, in fact, Lawrence Bishnoi and also Kala Jathedi, Kala Rana, Goldie Barar, they are the individuals who now run this loose confederation, if we can say, and they are in fact running and calling the shots in Punjab and also in Haryana and Delhi. And with each passing month, if we can say so, this gang has been only getting bigger and expanding its operation. And several of the members of this gang have been arrested, and this gang is in direct conflict with the other gang. That gang consists of Lucky Patyal, Kaushal Chaudhary and Devinder Bhambia. Now, it's very similar to what we had seen earlier in 90s when Bombay also had a organized crime syndicate rivalry between Dawood Ibrahim gang and Chhota Rajan, and you had seen what happened just 2 days back when Sidhu Moosewala was brutally gunned down. It's not only the brutal manner in which he is killed, but also the fact that a signal has been sent to others that you join our camp and only then you can be saved. And that's what the message has been sent to other singers, that unless you join one particular camp, you will be targeted. First it was Vicky Midhukheda who was targeted, and then retaliatory killing happened in the case of Sidhu Moosewala. And that's most disturbing trend that is emerging in Punjab. Back to you.
Also on this broadcast with us, and Priyank, it is very important to note really what exactly is going on. It is not just an interstate operation that is going on, it's really a global one, because we've seen links to somebody who's in an Armenian jail right now, links to Goldie Brar, who's currently in Canada as well.
The nexus has developed over the period of years, but this is not just the newly formed nexus. They have been operating since almost a decade in Punjab, Haryana, Himachal Pradesh and Haryana. You have to understand how Lawrence Bishnoi works. Lawrence Bishnoi is someone who hires several individuals after looking at the dominance of that particular person in that particular state. Like for the Haryana operation, he has operated Kala Jathedi. For the Rajasthan operation, he has operated Bishnoi, and for other areas, he has also taken help of other criminals. So he's operating as an individual who has, even if he's inside the jail, his name and his cloud are given so much a part to these individuals who keep on hiring young youth. They have been hiring, juveniles also at many times, what we have seen in the shootout on Bogi and other instances. So this clearly implies that these people are working with a very clear nexus. Going back to the track record of Bishnoi, he was a youth leader from Punjab. He started a youth wing, and then he came into the world of gang wars. He has developed process. But those criminals who are based in abroad, those who are in Canada or somewhere else, or those who are having a Khalistani mindset, are also using these criminals to carry out terror operations in India.
Right now, Bhavtosh, it looks like this is a rivalry between two camps in the Punjabi music industry, both of whom have their own guns for hire, have their own gangsters and dons under their wing, and they have been using them against each other. So this is really sort of an inter-gang rivalry that played out, unfortunately, in which Sidhu Moosewala was murdered.
Yes, Poonam, adding to what Priyank is saying, that also the kind of adulation that they are getting, they get videos made for themselves. These videos are very popular on social media, of Lawrence Bishnoi, for that matter, Neeraj Bhavania. It's very similar to what happened in early 90s in Mumbai or Bombay, and the very fact that they have videos made of themselves, and the hits of these videos are over 10 million. The songs made in Punjab are very cheap to make, and they are released on YouTube, so money is easy to make, and loyalty is of two particular groups, and if you don't take allegiance to one particular group, and then you are targeted. Vicky Midhukheda, despite being very close to a political party, had a fallout with Sidhu Moosewala's manager, and Sidhu Moosewala, he was killed in a broad daylight by criminals belonging to Lucky Patial, and the manner in which these killings take place is sending signals to different singers. As you rightly said, that apart from music world, even playing fields of sports, whether it's kabaddi, killings have taken place there. So Sandeep Singh, a UK citizen, was targeted in March in Punjab. He was killed in a broad daylight.
So it's an inter-gang rivalry. This is between two camps within the music industry. Unfortunately, it is a chilling reminder of what we saw in the 90s as far as what was happening in Bollywood, where the underworld under Dawood was extremely active. And Jaspinda Narula, a singer who now joins us on this broadcast. Ms. Narula, you may have seen it or heard of it firsthand when you were in Mumbai in the 1990s. This was commonplace, unfortunately. Dawood and his men would extort money out of Bollywood personalities. There were killings that took place. There were gang wars that were happening openly. Unfortunately, we're seeing something similar in Punjab now.
Yeah, very unfortunate, because when I entered the industry, the system was actually, I would say that it was finishing at that time when I came, and fortunately, I didn't see much of it. But yes, I heard a lot that singers who bought new big cars, they got calls from these people, and even the shows which were held were also, they were taking money out of it, and all these things we heard. But I mean, I would thank God that there was no such incident which happened. I saw my the most, what you would say, that I was number one at that time, and God was really kind that, I never went through. But now when I see, I have been in Punjab, I have been singing for Punjab last 48 years, right from my father to my mother and to the singers who worked with my father and my mom. They were all legends, and and no such things came, no such things we saw in my 48 years of career. No such things were there. Punjab was so, only there was a restless part, when a little bit of time that we saw when I was going to college, early years of my college, that we would not take up any of Punjab shows. But other than that, we saw so much peace in Punjab. I'm so shocked why this kind of things have started. And they have these gangs, and these things have nothing to do with our music. Music is an entertaining thing. It's giving, मतलब शांति मिलती है जिससे, peace मिलता है जिससे. So उससे यानी ये किस तरह का म्यूजिक है, ये किस तरह के लोग जुड़ रहे हैं, what all is happening, this is, I fail to understand, This should be actually now only, जब जैसे पता चला है, अभी इस पे हमें काम करना चाहिए और इन चीजों को हमें जल्दी से जल्दी खत्म करना चाहिए, नहीं तो ये आगे जाके they are going to be bad for the पंजाब ही नहीं बल्कि ये पूरे सिस्टम को ही खराब कर देगा. And you know this is sad the way 29-year-old kid and किसी को मतलब जरा भी इस बात का अंदर दिल में कोई मलाल नहीं, कोई कुछ नहीं कि किस तरह आप किसी की जान ले सकते हो. कुछ भी करते हैं, ये कैसे कर रहे हैं, कैसे ये बच्चे भटके हुए बच्चे हैं, इनको रास्ता दिखाना चाहिए, बहुत जरूरी है. ये बच्चे जो हैं इनको काउंसलिंग की जरूरत है, इनको सही रास्ते की, सही मार्ग की जरूरत है. ये भटक गए हैं बच्चे, ये हमारे ही बच्चे हैं, भटक गए हैं. बहुत दुख हो रहा है.
Gee, it's definitely a saddening moment, like you're saying, for the industry as well, not just of the family and fans of Sidhu Moosewala, but, like you've been saying, it's also about the kind of music, the kind of content that was there in these songs, or that we see in several of the songs that are coming out now from Punjab. Even then, even though some would say Sidhu Moosewala was a highly controversial singer, look at the amount of people that have actually thronged his village in Mansa there, the amount of people that have turned up, Jaspinder Nirula, to actually pay their last respects to this singer. And that really goes on to show the kind of popularity he enjoyed there. Not just his family, not just his close relatives, but entire village. There are people that have travelled from across villages to come there to pay their last respects, and he is going to be laid to rest shortly. But for the moment, we are taking a quick break on this edition. Back in just 2 minutes.